There have been a lot of highlights of my career, but it's one of those very special times. I never imagined there'd be a feature film in which I was a centered character, so I'm very excited. I always thought of myself as a messenger, carrying the message to the people. And instead what they did is that the people hearing my message said, great, lead us on. And suddenly I was put in this position. But it's very, very, it's a great honor that people, well, of course, you know, this is my whole life in an hour and a half. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff left out. I wish we'd seen more of my wife, who really has been a huge part of my life for 35 years and really made it possible for me to do a lot of things.
Hi. Hi, Laura Carroll from UC Canada. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? David is a very exceptional human being. He's one of those people who reminds us of the better angels of our nature, and you know, appeals to values that matter. You know, he's somebody that speaks, you know, he has a righteous message, and he lives what he preaches. Well, really, it was a great shoot. We went, we crossed oceans, we climbed mountains, we went fishing, and you know, David, even though he's in his 70s, you know, we had a kind of a grueling schedule that would have tired somebody half his age, but he was there for us, and he was a gamer. There were no horrible challenges in the making of this film. I don't know what's happened to me. Usually my films are a nightmare. This one wasn't.
Up here to introduce this film. It's made by one of our most accomplished and finest filmmakers about a person you may have heard of. People throw around terms like icon or legend, and or possibly I think this might be the most aptly titled film in the festival, because David Suzuki is a force of nature. It was actually a very easy decision for us. It was one of the first films we invited because it's very, very good. Please join me in welcoming the director, Sturla Gunnarsson.
Those of you in the film business know that the sort of the single most important decision that anybody makes in the making of a film is casting. Casting, casting, casting. And I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce you a man who we're all here to see, who I had the good fortune of getting to know during the making of this film. We climbed mountains, crossed oceans, and kept up a schedule that people half his age would find challenging, and throughout it, he was never less than considerate, committed, and hardworking. He's what we call a gamer. Please welcome one of those rare people who appeal to the better angels of our nature and remind us of important values we once held dear, David Suzuki.
This is a movie about me. Now, I'm 74 years old. This is an hour and a half. So there's a lot of stuff that's been made, left out, and let me assure you, this is Sturla's film. This is Sturla's idea of what I am. I am so proud to have been able to be a part of this, to see what Laszlo Barna and Sturla Gunnarsson, among others, have put together as one version of my life. I hope you do enjoy it, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you.
Question was, does the participation of the National Film Board and the CBC guarantee that it will have wide distribution?
The participation of Entertainment One ensures that it will have wide distribution. Right, guys? We have the top distributor in the country is on this, and they are on record as being enthusiastic, and they're going to put this film out. It'll open on October 1st. and in Toronto and Ottawa, and 2 weeks later across the country. The participation of the CBC, of course, ensures that it will be seen on television in 2011 to coincide with the 50th anniversary of Nature of Things. And the participation of the National Film Board ensures that it will it will travel far and wide in the international market and in the educational markets. And the participation of Planet Green and Lauren Michael Titian, who's here, who I neglected to thank at the beginning of the film, ensures that this film will be seen in the United States.
But also, this is a huge audience. If each of you can go out and convince 2 other people to be sure to go and see it, that's the beginning, I hope, of a broader audience for this.
And so what emerged was this idea to make a film that dealt with the relationship between David, his character, his life story, and the ideas. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. What about you, David?
No, I'm not a filmmaker. It was Sturla's film, and I couldn't really see where it was going to go. Because I kept thinking in terms of television. You know, you were telling a story, and you start with this, and you've got to link everything. Whereas it's a very different audience, and when someone has paid $10 to come and sit in a seat for an hour and a half, they're going to be looking at it in a different way from someone watching television. And I think what excited me about this is that Sturla has given a lot of credit to the audience, exposing them to his ideas and letting them think about it and put it together and make meaning out of it. It doesn't have to be driven the way we do in television, you know, where you tell the audience what to think and then you repeat it again and repeat it again.
No dead air.
And no dead air, right?
No dead air. Okay,
also, you know, with every documentary film, there's a process of getting engaged and building trust. And after the first few shoots, I realized that we were sort of on the right track when I would ask David a question and he would respond to me and not the camera.